Planet FM 87.6. I'm your host Tanveer, and today there is our guest, Dr. Kubra Mehmood. She's a PhD. She's doctor in applied bioscience. Dr. Kubra, you're welcome in the show, and I'm thankful to you that you have spared time to join us, and hopefully our discussion will be fruitful for our listeners. And according to the present situation in Pakistan, and sometime we experienced like COVID-19 that was due for Pakistani nation, and but it was good that we have successfully come back. We have successfully controlled that type of disease. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. And thank you very much for inviting me and having me in your studio. And definitely, this is very important to discuss about these topics and spread the awareness among the youngsters and the people who want to know about more about these topics.
So first of all, we'll try to understand from you being doctor of biosciences, and particularly my listeners were definitely availing opportunities through these programs to learn a lot of things which are most important to our life. So I will just put a question that what is bioscience and what is applied bioscience?
Okay, this is really very nice question. Actually, the young minds who want to come into the biosciences, they want to know actually what is biosciences, what is its application, why we have to select this. Actually, biosciences is the subject that we study about the living things, like about the plants, about the humans, about the animals, and everything that is living. This is the biosciences. When we say the applied biosciences, this is something, the degree which deals with the skill, some skills in the field of the biosciences. It means if you graduated with the applied biosciences, it means you were taught with the skills. So this is the practical application of the any skill. If we see the doctors, they are also applied biosciences. They belongs to the applied biosciences because they what they study and what they practice, and they apply their study in their practice.
Yeah.
So this is applied. When we see the different scientists and different researchers, they are doing the applied biosciences. Like I have done my PhD in applied biosciences, so I practiced the many research. What I studied, I practice it in my research. So this is the applied biosciences, and biosciences is now the things are moving towards the applied biosciences.
Yeah.
Because people need more skilled person instead of because in if we see in 90s there were the only three jobs. You have to become a doctor, or you engineer, or a teacher. So people prefer to do the natural sciences, like they get the degree in chemistry, in biology, in physics. But now the science become more diverse, and the things are more moving toward the divergence. So people need the more skilled person. So it converted into the applied biosciences.
That means any science that deals with the biological aspect of
Yeah.
living organism is called bioscience.
Biosciences.
And the applied bioscience explores life at all levels, from chemicals, molecules, and cells to organ system, laying with the foundation. That means I think I got the point that applied bioscience is the practical aspect of the bioscience.
Yeah, exactly. When we add the word applied, like we know the mathematics.
Yeah.
Okay, we know there is the mathematics. We do the different calculations, different formulas, and different anything. But when we see there is another branch of mathematics, that is applied mathematics.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between the simple mathematics and the applied mathematics? That applied mathematicians go to the different skilled like jobs, like they go to the different aeronautical companies, different engineering companies, and all this, because these are the these deal with the skilled properties.
Is, are there any kinds of biosciences, or it is a single subject?
No, no, it's a very diverse. When we add the word bio deals with the agriculture, human, animals, everything that is living, even the microorganisms
Mhm.
that are living, that are beneficial and non-beneficial. They all goes under the biology. So biology is a very diverse term, or bio is a very diverse term. You can, if we say that I'm doing my degree in applied biosciences, it doesn't mean that you are doing any research on disease, or you are doing any uh, medical thing. It means you are doing anything that you can do any research in any field. Like you can do your research in on plants, on different microorganisms, many diseases, in human, like human different uh, capabilities.
It means
So
your subject is more important
yeah,
for human life and living, for living
yeah,
things, that when anything, any new changes, if happens anywhere, that then you will start research on it. Why? What are the reasons? What are
exactly.
the causes behind it? Like we have discussed that there have been COVID-19.
Yeah,
So at that moment, mostly internationally, locally, people started research. What are the reasons behind of it, this COVID-19, and how it can
exactly.
be
Many
cured?
universities in Pakistan also developed the different kits for the detection of the COVID-19.
Mm.
This is very diverse and very important field. Uh,
It mainly, I think, relates to research work, I think.
yeah, exactly.
Uh, do you think that research work is being carried on Pakistan at vast level, or very less,
No,
small
like
level?
things are very changing. If we see, there is a huge change
Mm-hmm.
when we compare the things in decade before a decade. There was, I think there is a huge change. There are many research centers in the Pakistan, and
Mm-hmm.
people are moving towards the research, and even the bachelor students are also doing the different internships and the research. So things are moving toward the positive change.
In Pakistan, you feel that there is a trend of research.
Yes, there is a trend of research, but there is a less trend of applying after the degree. There
Mm-hmm.
is a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
We do very innovative work.
Yeah.
If I see my academic career, I did many innovative work,
Yeah.
but
That's
all
good.
that work goes into the thesis, and after the degree it went into the thesis and in the shelf. So, but my journey is different because I'm an entrepreneur. So I started my studies and my research into the practical way,
Yeah.
and I made so many products, and like more than 20 products I have made. So this is the
Which
only
type of
difference.
products it's good for use?
Yeah, actually, I'm a entrepreneur. I did my degree in applied biosciences. Then I realized I do not wait for the job.
Yeah.
So I decided that I will start my own startup. Then I did my research in PhD in agricultural sciences.
Right.
So I started studying the gaps in Pakistan. What are the different gaps in Pakistan
Mm-hmm.
that are need to be addressed?
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized that I got the different soil samples from the different part of the country. I analyzed these. Then I came to know the health of our soil is very poor
Yeah.
because we are using so many
Chemicals.
chemical fertilizers that destroyed the not even the health but also the structure of the soil also had destroyed. So we started my first uh, journey was started with the biofertilizers. So we did the many field trials on many acres, like yeah, then I distributed these biofertilizers to the farmers for the free to check the productivity, because
Mhm.
when you introduce anything to the market, it is very difficult to get the uh, like
Feedback.
grasp the market. Well,
Capture the market.
yeah, exactly, and it is very difficult to get the trust of the farmers because their whole journey is like revolving about their productivity of the
Mm.
yield. So it was very challenging task to get the trust of the farmers.
How much you got success?
I Alhamdulillah, I got the very good success, and about more than 2000 there are the regular farmer customers that purchase the biofertilizer from us.
You're an
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
yeah.
That's good. Very nice. Dr. Kubra, we want to just discuss about the history of this bioscience because in Pakistan generally there had been single subject, for example, political science, but with the passage of time, IR was separated and
Hmm.
different subjects emerged from there. So, what about the bio science and applied science, and what is the history when it becomes a subject as a subject for the student?
Yeah, the history is very there are so many scientists in a past that they are working in the biosciences and they are doing research, and but now the things are changing. Now technology is merged with the studies. If we see that biosciences or applied biosciences, it cannot be worked with technology.
Mm-hmm.
So this era is very beautiful era because we have anything in our hand. We have the technology, we have the skill, we have the study. So this is very advanced era. So we can utilize these things to improve the like this
Productivity,
yeah.
performance, like this. Uh, I also try to know that what is your domain of work, in which areas you specifically and generally this subject work.
Okay. Actually, actually we are the researchers and we are the scientists. So any challenge that we face, we start working on it. Let me give you one example. During my research, I planted the wheat plants in my in a field that is about 1 acre of my research experiment was planted, but because of the shortage of the rain, that all my the project get ruined and destroyed. So that was very heartbreaking for me because for being a girl, I have to go to the fields and I checked those experiments and I did all the things, but everything get destroyed. Then I realized what happened to the farmers when they every year when they face the similar situation. If there is a less water, then I started working on it. So I made a product that is useful to the areas that are the rain fed. Their agriculture is only dependent on the rain. So that product, what it do, that it absorbs the water about 500 times of its weight,
Wow.
and it releases when the plant it releases the water when plant needs.
Wow.
So for us there is no specific area. Whatever challenge we face, we do the research, and this is the beauty of applied biosciences,
Mm-hmm.
that you have a skill, you have the technology, and you have capability of doing work with the different machines, so you can do everything, every challenge. You can do every challenge. This is actually, we have to change the mindset of our youngsters, that they think if we get the degree we must secure any job. So there is no need to secure any job. You should go and start your startups. You have the skill, you have the different ideas. You can take one idea and start working on it. If it does not work, then start on another idea. This is the best way that our science can flourish, our country can flourish, and even young minds that are going into the different kind of the depression and anxiety, that they are not getting any job, they can also go in a very positive way.
Do you think that you should be provided guidelines to do these as you are mentioning here?
Yeah, exactly. I love to. There are the many students of that are working with us.
Mhm.
We also encourage them to start their own. Instead of doing your internship, you should learn the skills, what we are doing, how we are doing, and how we can start their and we will start their training like this. You people, we give them a week that you go and think about any idea that you think that is applicable and that is doable. Then start a pitch deck that is like a, and you start the business plan, how you can go with this idea and how you can develop this idea into the business. And there are so many students that completed their internship with us. They go back and they started, they even they are in bachelor's degree and they started their uh, startups. So there is no need that you have to get the bigger degree and you get the bigger and secure the bigger job. There is we have to change this mindset that study is also very important, that this is very
Do you
important
think
actually.
that there is a need to create awareness about this?
Yes, this is very important to create, because if you see there in Pakistan there is a huge percentage of the youngsters, about 60 or 70% of the youngsters
Yeah,
are,
60, more than 60%.
yeah, 60% of the youngsters. And if all the youngsters think that we have to secure the job, then things will stop.
Mhm.
There is no progress in the country. So we have to change this mindset. We have to encourage them to go into the entrepreneurship and start their own businesses. It doesn't mean that you did any degree in anything. You can think about the gap. If you are living in the northern areas, think about what are the gaps in, what are the things that our society is facing. If you live in the Punjab, you think what are the gaps about related to my studies that can be improved. So this is all about the thinking and your willingness, that you can make the change in the field of science, and you can make the remarkable change in the country.
You told me that you have produced fertilizer which can be used in those areas where the water level, water is not available. There is a shortage of water, and that land depends upon the rain generally.
Yeah.
So, did you share this product, this idea of product with the government so that it could be started at the large level, so that these areas like our Indian division could be benefited?
Yeah, exactly. We are selling this product to the different farmers and even the orchard owners. They love this product. It is like, it is coming into the
But it
market.
should be, I think, that it should be taken up with the government of Punjab, the agriculture department, so that they could patronize you to prepare to produce at large level, and also that should be introduced in those areas just like discuss with our Pindi where the rain,
Yeah,
there is they mostly the crops are depending upon the rains.
exactly. Because in Pakistan, the rain-fed areas around Pindi and Jhelum, Lakwal, and all these areas are the rain-fed areas.
Yeah.
Uh, the beauty of that product is that it not only contains that product that only absorb the water, but we also added the biofertilizer. It also improves the health of the soil.
Mhm.
So this is very
It is
good because
because in Pakistan we are regularly getting crops from the soil, from the land, and there is no space rest for the land. In past, we have uh, seen, we have heard from the elders that there is a normally once they take the crop from the land and 6 months is spared that land so that it could be more
yeah,
beneficial and fertilizer.
actually, yes, you are saying very good. Yes, this is the actually the science is here because we leave the land for 6 months, as you see, as you told that your elders told that we have to cultivate land for one season and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
left for the next
Another
season.
season,
Yeah.
yeah.
Otherwise, they do they cross cultivation. They do the cross cultivation because first they do like any major crop like corn or wheat. Then they cultivate the leguminous plants in that field. Leguminous plants are those plants that are like peanut or the uh,
Sometimes
like
they
yeah.
cultivate for their animal, just
Yeah,
normal.
this is the science. I told you the science behind this strategy because when we cultivate any crop, the microorganism, the beneficial bacteria in the soil, they start working and the plant get the nutrient from that bacteria. So if we cultivate the continuously cultivate and putting the chemical fertilizer in the soil, these beneficial bacteria get destroyed and they finish. Then when we leave these fields for the one season, these beneficial bacteria again uh, like born and they fix the nitrogen and they fix the phosphorus from the atmosphere and they improve the fertility of the soil. This is the chemistry behind the biofertilizer. We add the beneficial bacteria in biofertilizers and when farmer apply these biofertilizer to their field, their beneficial bacteria keep on growing. And what they do, they naturally improve the fertility of the soil. They naturally fix the nitrogen. We don't need to add the urea and other fertilizers, phosphorus, and all this to the soil because these bacteria start fixing the nitrogen from that atmosphere, fixing the phosphorus from the atmosphere, and make the soil naturally productive and fertile.
This year we have experienced that there was the orange quality of the orange was not as good. Likewise, the mango was also not as good as the past. So there is some sort of diseases in these areas in Multan and Sargodha.
Actually, these diseases emerge because of the climatic changes.
Due to
The,
them.
yeah, because we are facing the huge climate change,
Yeah.
not in Pakistan but all over the world. So this is the very concerning area that scientists are working on it, and even we different campaigns are running that we have to save the environment. If we see in the Pakistan, the glaciers are melting, then the seasons are changing, and all this the rain sometimes the rains are more and sometimes we experience there is a less rain. This is all about the climate change. Yeah, that's why we are facing this
What
kind
is
of.
scope for youth and how? What are the areas of learning if you anybody want to get PhD in bio? practices and
Yeah,
bio
there is a
applied.
huge area. If you don't need to go for the PhD, if you have done your bachelor in applied biosciences and any field of sciences and in any field, like not in science, biosciences, if you have done your bachelor's in engineering, in IT, in any field, you can do a lot. You can do a lot. Seriously, if you are belongs to the biosciences, because my background is biosciences, so uh, you can develop anything, like you can develop any chip that I can detect diseases. If you want to come into the agriculture sector, there is a huge Pakistani agriculture sector is very huge. So there are the so many gaps. If you take, like you were telling about the one of the cases that oranges are not very good in this season. So if we get that gap, what happened to the oranges? We have to fix it. Then one can make one industry in that. He can make the solution of that disease. So there is a huge industry. If we say about the human health, there are the so many emerging diseases. So people can go toward these and research about these diseases and work on it. And you can make the different solution. When you make the different solution, it means that you are making one industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And Pakistan, we are getting per acre production is as less as compared to the other world. Do you think that there is need to improve, and how it can be possible, being your PhD is also on agriculture? So in Pakistan scenario, like in Pakistan,
actually, we are sorry. Yeah, actually, we are using so many chemical fertilizers. Yeah, they are not destroying the environment, not only destroying the climate, also they are having the very negative effect on the soil. Actually, we think that we are fertilizing our soil. Actually, this is not. We are like
exploiting land, I think.
yeah, we are exploiting the land, so we have to change. If we see it in US, so mostly agriculture is they don't use the chemical fertilizer, they use the biofertilizer and compost.
Mm.
Yeah, with compost they can also reduce the pollution and the different waste material, and they also convert into the compost and give it to their soil, and they improve their soil productivity. But in Pakistan the scenario is very different. We think that the chemical fertilizers are the very important for our like yield, and they give the very good productivity. But in this case, if we, I'm the scientist, so whenever we get the different soil samples from the different areas of the Pakistan, we see the soil has a very poor health.
Mhm. So
Although
what is the solution? But as
we
you are
have to change, we
disclosing
have to
all
change.
these
Yeah,
things which are not in interest of the Pakistan, not in
yeah.
the interest of the farmer, and not in interest of the people who are using the products. So what is the solution, and do you think that how it can be uh, how it can be influence the government to come to the bio fertilizers?
Actually, now things are changing. Now government also supporting the farmer for the using of the
Chemical.
biofertilizers and less use of the chemical fertilizer, and even the farmers are also tilting toward the biofertilizers, because they have the actually, if you have studied a lot but you don't have the experience, then you have not very good knowledge. The farmers are experienced, skilled person.
Mhm.
They know. If they are not educated, it doesn't mean they don't know. They know each and everything. Now they are also moving towards the biofertilizers. They use biofertilizer to improve their soil
It is
fertility.
easily available in the market.
Yeah, many vendors, they are selling the biofertilizers. Like in my case, I'm a scientist, I'm a researcher, so we do the B2B business model. We sell our products to the different renowned companies, and they sell with their brand. So this is easy for me to reach the farmers.
Do you think that it will, with the passage of time, our farmer will divert to bio fertilizer?
Yeah, yes.
But
Now
there must be strategy, there must be efforts should be made to create awareness among the farmers, and they should also be
yeah,
convinced that you will get more product and you will also save the land, soil.
exactly. Actually, I really appreciate the Radio Pakistan that they are like inviting certain people who can make the different. They talk about the different topics that we don't even listen. So this is very good platform that we can keep on talking about different kind of these gaps, that people get the awareness from these programs.
In our universities, this subject is offered to youth at vast level. There are limited.
No, there is a huge number of youth youngsters that are in agriculture, in biosciences, and in health sciences, and in different kind of even food, mm, technology. People are coming to this because the future of the world is the biosciences.
Biosciences.
Yeah.
Pakistani scientists, there worldly renowned. There are some number of Pakistani bioscientists who are.
Actually, there are so many biosciences scientists in Pakistan, because we see that there was a time when research was very limited, but the time has changed.
Mhm.
If we see one university in Pakistan, we see the very good scientists.
Mhm.
One of the scientists that is in the NUST is Dr. Yasir Wahid.
Mhm.
He is bioscientist, and he came into 2% of the world scientists.
Very
Like,
right. Very right.
yeah. So there are so many Pakistani scientists that are in ranking among the top 2 or 3% of the world
World level.
scientists. Yeah. So there is the research is going on, and there is huge research, and we are disclosing the many avenues in the different fields of the biology,
Mhm.
not only the agriculture but in the health sciences, in microbiology and everything. So there is a huge list of the very good Pakistani scientists that are doing the amazing job.
Sometimes we see, as we discussed, there are a lot of diseases which emerge suddenly,
Yeah.
which we have not experienced in the past.
Hmm.
So, in that time, your subject, how much it become active and be helpful and provide guideline to the pharmacist to produce the vaccine or other kind of medicine so that that could be cured locally rather to be imported medicine from abroad.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, our universities are doing a very good job in this space, because they are well equipped and they have all the facilities. Whenever we got to such kind of diseases, if we see the example of the COVID-19,
Yeah.
many universities in Pakistan start working on the vaccination, and many of the universities, and still they are working on the different kind of vaccinations. And many universities also developed that the that was at that time it was very difficult to get the detection when COVID-19 emerged. So universities uh, very quickly made the different kind of the detection kits that are locally made, and they are very cheap to use and very easy to use, and they develop the different detection kits so people can easily get the results whether they caught the virus or not. So things are
Did
moving.
we prepared vaccine for COVID-19? So it can be repeated maybe, but we should be prepared for any unwanted situation in future.
Yeah, many research centers and they are making, but actually this is there is a different like scenario is very different.
Mhm.
Mostly the government hospital and the major hospital work on the government instructions.
Mhm.
When they provided with the vaccine that has been imported from different countries, they have to use this. But we don't think that we should not think that there is no people in the Pakistan are doing nothing. They have made the different kind of the vaccines and different medicines, and with the passage of time these things will be applied to the society.
Uh, do you have any message for our listener about your subject and uh, for to start as a startup to start entrepreneur in this country?
Yeah, actually I must say that the young people, they have the very bright mind and they have very bright ideas, because I'm working with the young people and sometimes I get so amazed with their like level of their thinking. One example I tell you that in previous day we have organized the hepatitis hackathon, and
Mhm.
some of the young the student young students that are student from the bachelor degrees, they came one day before and they get the training one day in night. They mm, uh, prepare their ideas, and next they present with a very amazing solutions of the hepatitis. How we can control the hepatitis, what we can do. Even they design the different kind of the small machinery that can be used for the detection, and that was so amazing. If we say that we have less talent, no, we are filled with the talent. Our like heritage is talented. So it is very the youth is very talented, and they don't waste their time to secure any job and in search of any good opportunity. I think they start their working on the different idea. They search the different gaps, what are the different gaps in their studies, and they start working on it, and they should start their startups. And
One thing I want to know that what is the course duration of the subject? It is 4 years.
yeah,
Uh,
when we say that in bachelor degree,
yeah.
it consists of the 4 years. When we say the master degree, we have to complete it in minimum in 2 years. In many cases it can be exceeded, that depend on the scenario. Okay, but the degree is completed in 2 years. And when we came into the PhD, that is the very fast study. So some student can complete their PhD in 3.5 years. That is the minimum time criteria. Some go with the 5 years and some go with the 7 years.
What
So
is scope abroad of this subject? If you are bioscientist, you will go anywhere in the world, you will get definitely good opportunities. Are
yeah,
there
there
is
are so many good opportunities. There are the very renowned research centers in the world that are working on the different kind of the industries. So these research centers are in Pakistan. This is not the scenario, but in all over the world, the research centers are connected with the industries.
industries? Yeah.
What they feel that industries are facing any challenge, that industry could be the health industry, agriculture industry, IT industry, engineering industry. They connected with the research center.
Mhm.
They see what they get the gap and any difficulty. They send that uh, task to the research center, and they start working on it. So if we get the opportunity to work in abroad, then we can get a very good experience and we can get a very good
Do we
job.
have same style, same type of research set in Pakistan, working with industries?
There was a gap, but now academia and industries are start working together.
But there must be research center because there
There
are
are the many research
lot of
centers,
there
yeah.
definitely there are lot of facilities through which you will easily and with the shortest possible time you will come to any conclusion if you go into the research.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the many all universities in Pakistan have started their ORE. That was the research department. Whenever any industry face any challenge in their working, they send this challenge to the Pakistani university. They are because they have the workforce in the form of the students, so they resolve the problem. Now things are changing. Every university has the ORIC department, and many universities in Pakistan also started the science and technology park, and they also have the incubation centers. Incubation centers are those centers that if students want to start any research and they want to start any startup, they can get the free area in university and free mentorship, and they can develop a little
But I
industry.
think the industrialist should also contribute and should join hand with the governments to establish the research center along with the university area where research
Yeah,
work is being
this
done.
is
So it
need of
will
the
be
time.
more, I think, beneficial because there is a lot of well experienced
Yeah, exactly.
professors, teachers are available, and under their supervision, the student will carry out a lot of research on within uh, uh, that area and according to the needs of the industries. I think there must be the industrialists should must be taken on board by the government and
Exactly. Now things are changing because we now few years back I was a student,
yeah.
and now I am in industry. So we continuously have the different type of the meetings with the different university teachers and the university students. So industry and academia linkages started developing. So that's why it was important for the bachelor students to do an internship with the industry, because they want to train their students to they experience the industry, how industry is working and how things are moving toward the products and business. So now the linkages are start building between the industry and academia.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kubra Mehmood. You have spared time for this show and you have shared a lot of your experience in the field of biosciences, particularly applied biosciences. Listener, this is a very important subject, and uh, through this subject we can handle any kind of challenge in all field of which relates to the living things, human life and living organism, other animals, any type of diseases when if it emerged. So through biosciences we can start research and to find the reason behind of that, like COVID-19, that was unexpected and new thing for Pakistani, which we have faced, we have experienced in our life. So bioscience scientists are the force through which we can handle any kind of unwanted situation like COVID-19. Thank you very much for listening the Planet FM 87.6. Allah Hafiz. माशाल्लाह, ये बहुत अच्छा हो गया। आ गई है दूसरी